If you live in Mississauga, I have some fantastic news for you. The market is looking a little bit better than it did in the past. If you've been watching my recent market update videos, we've had the last one come out not that long ago, the August market update, but September numbers are in and they are looking better than the previous month. So as the GTA as a whole, we are actually up 8.5% on the sales that have actually occurred in the last 30 days. Now, this is good, but I need you to keep in mind 8.5% of really low sales is still really low sales. So right now what we're looking at here is a little bit of a drop in the average prices across the GTA over the course of the last year. So we're about $10,000 less than we were at the same time last year on the average price point, which is not too bad considering the way the market is looking at this given time. Now, we've had some definite positives coming out of the market recently. The Bank of Canada is continuing to lower the interest rates, which is fantastic for would-be buyers, current homeowners, and anybody else who is in the real estate market. Having the rates get lower is positive in a bunch of different ways. If you're a first-time home buyer, it means that your payments are going to be a little bit lower if you're looking to get into the market. If you're a current owner, maybe you're on a variable rate mortgage. These rates getting lower is going to dampen the damage on your pocket every single month. So there are positives here for everybody. Looking at the GTA as a whole, some of the numbers that really stand out here for me are the active listings. Last year, this time, we had about 19,000 active listings. This year, we have 25,000 active listings at the same point in time. So we have a big difference. We have 6,000 additional units that we didn't have last year, same time. And for us to actually hold pretty stable on our average selling price means that sellers are doing a great job at being firm with what they want. And if the buyer's interested in that home, they are actually going to have to pay up. So we're not seeing a lot of sellers kind of just give their home away like we have in the past, which is extremely interesting and something to consider when you are actually buying a home right now. You might not be able to get as good a deal as you might think. So today, this video, we're going to break down the Mississauga numbers. We've got other videos out there. We get the Brampton, GTA, we have Waterloo. Today, Mississauga specific. So what we're going to do, quickly dive into the numbers of the types of housing. We're going to start with the condo category because that's the most affordable and you guys might be here specifically for those condos. If you're not here for condos, check this timestamps. We'll have detached, semi-detached, and freehold properties in the video as well, or buckle in, stay tuned. You got about 5 to 7 minutes here for us to break down the different types of categories and what the houses are worth in today's market. If you're watching this video, this may be your first time on the channel. If it is, I'd love it if you like the video, subscribe to the channel for your monthly market updates and beautiful home tours across the GTA. I service from anywhere, Toronto, all the way to the Waterloo region. So if you have any real estate related questions, you can always reach out to me. Contact information is in the description box down below. You can also call the number here on screen if you want to have a one-on-one conversation or just text me any real estate related questions. So let's dive into those condo numbers. Now we're going to start with condo apartments. There was 102 transactions that happened in Mississauga last month. Average price was $612,000. Now these condos, they sold for, on average, 98% of asking. Now, a good example here is a $1 million condo sells for $980,000. This is just a simple example here for you to take into account. The average time it's taking to sell is just over a month, so 35 days is the average time it's taking you to actually sell one of these condos. Now, just in comparison, some of the other categories and areas that we do cover, if you're comparing this to a Brampton, the average was $521. If you're comparing it to Toronto, the average is $707 for a condo. And then if you're comparing it to somewhere like a Burlington or Halton Hills, you're looking at the average Halton Hills, $670,000 for a condo. Now, the next category we want to cover here is the condo townhouses. Remember, condo townhouse means there's a fee associated with these, usually covering parquet, some of your utilities, and the area that surrounds your home. 77 transactions happened here in Mississauga. They averaged $786,000 for the condo townhouses, almost selling exactly what sellers are looking for here at 99% of asking. These sold a little bit quicker as well. 27 days on market was the average time it was taking for something like this to actually sell. Now let's skip over here. We're going to go to the freehold townhouses. No fees associated with these. 19 transactions, so smaller sample size than we had on the freehold side of things, averaging at $1,014,000. So the average price of these definitely jumps significantly. They were selling for 99% of asking as well. And once again, we move a little bit closer in terms of the time it takes to sell at 26 days on market here. So, you know, as we get out of the more affordable categories being your condo town and your condo apartment, you're going to see less transactions happening, but you're also going to see that sometimes these sell for a lower percentage of asking because there's less people who can actually afford them. Let's see if that story tells true this month as well. So let's take a look here. We have semi-detached homes now. In Mississauga, they always move well. We had 77 transactions averaging at 980,000. So they were actually lower than those freehold townhouses, but the sample size is almost 4 times as big. So keep that in mind as well. Now, semi-detached, they always sell fairly well because they are a good point for anybody who is in a condo apartment or condo townhouse or a freehold townhouse to get a little bit more space. So these sold for 100% of asking. Time it takes to get these things out of the market is 21 days, so significantly faster than something like a condo, almost 2 weeks faster than just a condo apartment itself. Now let's look at the detached category. In Mississauga, we had 171 transactions at $1,461,000 being your average detached home price in Mississauga, selling for 97% of asking. Of course, that price point is pretty substantial, and you're gonna have a wide range of where people are selling their homes. So 97% of asking, 25 days on market. Very, very good considering the other categories. Now, if we're just to compare Mississauga to something like a Brampton, the average detached home on 229 transactions was 1.189. And then if we wanted to compare it to a Caledon, sample size on Caledon is much smaller, but it's in Peel region as well. 45 transactions at 1.424. And then let's look at something like a Burlington, 79 transactions, smaller sample size at 1.550. So what does all this mean? Right now, it's just showing the stability in the real estate market. We haven't seen a lot of up and down over the past 2 or 3 months. There is another Bank of Canada announcement coming at the end of October. I would put my money on at least a 0.25 reduction again towards that variable rate, but I believe we have an over 50% bet right now that it will be 50 basis points, and that would be huge and maybe activate the market a little bit more than what we're currently seeing. If you want a specific update on your area in Mississauga, feel free, reach out to me at the number here on screen. I'd be happy to give you a market analysis and a breakdown of what your home is actually worth, because when we give you Mississauga numbers, there's a range that is just so vast and it may not apply to all of your specific homes. My name is Mike Carpino. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.